For this practice, we are going to do some hip openers. So I advise you, if you have a hip replacement, please skip this session. We are going to use some props today. So for those who have the bolsters in your blankets, please get them now. If you don't have bolsters, that's fine. You can use a couple of pillows from your bed. Let's get started in seated bound angle pose with the soles of our feet touching. Be mindful, the closer our feet are to us, the more tighter your hips will feel. You'll definitely feel it in your hips and in your inner thighs, okay? So you just position your feet to your level of comfort. As far as the pillows, we're going to place it in front of us over top of our feet, okay? And for those of you who have short torsos like me, you can double up on the cushion. I'm using a pillow and a blanket because it just evens out my level of comfort. For those of you who want to go a little higher with the cushion, you can use 2 pillows or bolsters. But yeah, you just do whatever you do or whatever you feel comfortable doing to make sure you're comfortable. And once we figure out how much cushion we want, we're going to lean forward while using our hands as a rest, interlocking our fingers. And we're going to stay in this position for 2 minutes. Let's switch our gaze to the opposite direction. Now we're going to take a deep breath and slowly release ourselves from this position. And we're going to go into a child's pose. We're going to take 2 pillows or bolsters, and we're going to slowly position ourselves on our knees. Blanket under the knees is definitely optional. And what we want to do is make sure our big toes are touching as our knees are completely spread apart, as far out as you can get them. The further you can get them out, the more stretch you can feel in your hips and thighs. And we're just going to simply lean forward on our pillows in complete relaxation mode. And we're going to gaze in the opposite direction. And we're going to take a deep breath and slowly release ourselves from this position. Now we're going to move the props to the side and we're going to position ourselves into a wide leg forward fold. Again, the more further out your feet are, the more stretch you will feel in your hips and thighs. If you cannot touch your toe, that is quite alright. You can reach for your shin or your knee. Again, this is all about comfort and support, not trying too hard, not pushing yourself. You go as far as your comfort level will take you. Now let's take a deep breath, release ourselves, and we're going to take our left leg and bend our knee, having our toe touch the inner thigh on the right, and we're going to lean forward, touching our right toe. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite leg. And we're going to stretch both legs, bring our toes together, and lean forward for a forward fold. Again, if you cannot touch your toes, that's quite alright. Reach for your shins or your knees. And we're going to take a deep breath, slowly release ourselves from this position, and we're going to go into a reclined bound angle. Blanket and pillow is optional, and we're going to place our feet together, the soles of our feet, and we're just going to lean back slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. If you're using a pillow or a bolster, just place it right under your neck and allow your knees to relax and fall to the side. And let's take a deep breath and release ourselves from this position by going into Savasana. And with this, you can just remove the bolster or pillow, whichever you're using. Blanket is optional. Extend your arms and legs and just lay in complete relaxation. We're going to take a deep breath and slowly set ourselves up. And we're going to go back into easy pose with our legs crossed. And that does it for today's session. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling.